So you want to smell like you're wearing a niche fragrance without actually having to pay the price? This one's for you guys. Today I'm going to be going over 8 designer fragrances that smell like they could be bottled in a niche fragrance that'll cost you like $200 or $300. Because trust me, I get it. Niche fragrances are not going to be in everyone's budget. They're expensive, and especially for something that you just spray on yourself and that you end up washing off later that day. But figured I would go ahead and put a list together of some affordable designer fragrances that really do smell like they are niche quality. So in this video, we're not going to only be talking about the actual smell, if it smells unique, but also the quality itself. And we're going to be looking at everything here. We're going to be looking at the bottles, the scent, the brands. We're really going to be kind of diving into this. And yeah, I'm just going to be giving you some designer fragrances that smell pretty high end. Before I do jump into this video though, if you are new here to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Also make sure you turn on post notifications and give this video a like. That way all these new videos are delivered directly to you. You get notified on your phone, so that way you can watch them right away. I do try to reply to all of the comments I get, but just realize that after a video has been up for a while, it's harder for me to get to all of them. So by having the notifications on, if you have a question for me, if you want me to give you fragrance recommendations or anything, make sure you comment, relatively quickly, usually within the first half hour of my video being posted. That way I can get to you quickly. That's why having notifications on helps with that. So now that that's out of the way, we can go ahead and jump right into this video. I'm starting off with the first fragrance. This one is Varvatos Dark Rebel Rider. So I'm including this one first just because I've been talking about this one a lot. So I just wanted to knock this one out quick. Then we'll get into a little bit of some different stuff here. But Dark Rebel Rider, very, very high quality scent. You're paying about $30, $35 for a 120 ml like this. I believe that's 125 ml bottle like this one. Getting a nice high quality scent. You're getting something unique. And just the bottle itself, the atomizer on this thing is very high quality. You get this nice leather wrap with these zippers that actually do work. You can unzip this and take the bottle out of this leather pouch, and it's just a plain black bottle. It looks cool either way. Really, really high quality stuff here. Yeah, in every stretch of the term. Scent itself doesn't come across cheap. The actual, how it smells is something very unique. And yeah, this bottle's nice. So it's the first one on this list. Definitely niche quality in my personal opinion. Dark Rebel Rider. Moving on, next here we have Gucci Guilty Cologne. So I always hold this bottle backwards. Here we go. Gucci Guilty Cologne. This is one of those fragrances that really just is different. And this one may not be for everyone, which is part of the reason why it's being included in this list. You would expect, being that it is just one of those cologne flankers, you would expect it to be relatively wearable, relatively, light and not all that different. But I'll be honest with you, this scent, this one's pretty different. It's not going to be for everyone. This one's going to take a certain type of person to appreciate. And really, at the end of the day, that's what niche perfumery is all about. And you kind of can get a taste of that here in this Gucci fragrance, which honestly I think is really cool. I mean, this wasn't too expensive. I don't remember what I paid for this bottle, but I know it wasn't very much. And you're getting something that's unique, something that you've never smelled before. The fragrance itself smells of good quality. It doesn't smell cheap or anything. Performance is pretty good for what it is. The bottle, the bottle's nice. You got a nice cap that clicks in there pretty good. It's got, a little bit of weight to it. The bottle itself is nice. It's really got a nice feel to it. Really, overall here, this is something different, something unique, and yeah, I would definitely say this kind of can fit into that niche category in terms of just how creative it is, and also the quality is really good as well. This one has gotten some mixed reviews, or some people don't like it that much and they kind of diss it, but not going to be for everyone. So I would recommend you grab a sample first, just because it's one you don't really want to blind buy. Even though it is still relatively affordable, I would just say go ahead and get a sample, and that's something you should probably get used to anyway if you do actually plan on getting into niche fragrances. Really, once you get into that price, it's kind of a gamble on whether or not you want to blind buy, unless you really know what you're looking for. You can look at the notes and tell what you're going to like, but it takes some experience to get there. Gucci Guilty Cologne, this is a really nice one though, making it in at the second one on this list, which by the way, these are not going to be in any particular order either. Moving on, next here we have Valentino Wall Mo No Absolute. So this one is a little bit different. This one utilizes notes of sandalwood and some incense and also some cinnamon, which is pretty unique. This one, like I mentioned, this one's quite a bit different than what is normally out there. This really, to me, smells nothing like the original Valentino Wall Mo Intense, or Dior Homme Intense for that matter. It doesn't really smell like those. This one kind of goes in its own direction. It's a little bit more sweet, and in my opinion, is definitely a lot more niche smelling. The quality of this one is amazing. I mean, I really have no complaints there. It doesn't come across too sharp or anything. Performance on this one's actually really good. It has really good projection, especially within the first hour or two. Also, longevity is nice as well. I have done a full review on this one, which you can check out. That was a little while ago, but Wall Mo Noir Absolute, really nice, something different here, and yeah, really impressive release. You aren't paying too much for this one either. I think you're going to be paying probably around $60, maybe around there, $60 or so. I'm not really for sure 100%. It's going to be somewhere around that price point. I'm not 100% sure. Definitely going to be cheaper than niche fragrances though, and you are getting something that is different here. The bottle itself is pretty nice. I mean, really nothing to write home about. I'm not really a huge fan of these Valentino Wall Mo bottles. They look all right, they feel all right in hand, but just not really my favorites. But scent is all that matters, and I definitely think this one can fit into that niche category. It is different, it is unique, really nice, great performance. This one is kind of slept on, so I highly recommend you check this one out. Moving up next, we have Dior Homme Parfum. So we're going with DHP here for this pick. Some people, and again, this bottle's backwards, I always keep doing that here. This one, some people may not like this one that much either. It basically takes that Dior Homme Intense DNA and amps it up even more, which if you didn't think that was possible, if you already think that Dior Homme Intense is very intense, very sweet, very strong, yeah, this one takes it to a whole nother level. So that's something to be aware of with this one. This one also can be a little bit unisex, at least in my personal opinion. I've done a video on unisex fragrances, which you may see before this video goes out. We'll see. I'm not sure when I'm going to release these, but I do think this one does lean unisex, even though it is marketed for men, just like all the Dior Homme fragrances, right? Because it's Dior Homme for men. But I do think this one is unisex. This one has leather. It's got a lot of oud in it as well. And what starts to give it a little bit of a feminine touch to me is the rose. It's something about this rose oud combination is what I was trying to say. That gives it a little bit more of a powdery feel on top of the already powdery nature it has from the iris. And yeah, I just think it goes a little bit feminine, a little bit unisex. But in terms of just scent overall, definitely really, in my opinion, niche quality, not only in terms of quality, which is incredible, very high quality scent here, just like all the Dior Homme fragrances, but also the scent itself, really, really unique, something different, and it takes that Dior Homme Intense DNA to the next level. There's something about this one that I really appreciate. I really like the scent in this one, super, super strong. I mean, performance on this one, you don't really even have to worry about at all. I mean, if anything, you have to worry about it being too strong, because it is too strong at times. Typically for me, all I'm going to be going with in terms of sprays is about 1 to 2, and that's going to be plenty for me. And I'm talking about wearing it in the winter. I mean, it is that strong, at least on my skin, from this bottle, which I believe is from 2017. Yeah, really, really strong stuff here. I did have a full backup bottle of this. I believe these are 75 ml. I had a full one of, full backup, and I decanted out a lot of this one. I ended up selling my backup bottle, which now I'm kind of regretting a little bit. The main reason why I did is because this stuff really is so strong that I just don't wear it that much. So I ended up getting rid of it. All I've got left here is this little bit, and since this one is a little bit harder to find now, and people have been talking about reformulations and stuff, I kind of regret selling my backup bottle. So who knows, maybe I'll pick up another one. We'll see. I really don't think I'm going to be wearing this as much as I'm thinking. But yeah, definitely a niche quality fragrance here. Really, really nice stuff. Just awesome. Definitely check this one out. Dior Homme Parfum. So moving on to the next one here, we have Gillan Cologne. So some of you may be thinking, well, isn't Gillan a niche house? And you're probably going to be like, well, yeah, of course it smells like a niche fragrance because it is a niche fragrance. And to be honest with you, I really view Gillan kind of more as a designer house. The main reason why is because they do make makeup, right? They have lipstick and they have stuff like that. They have handbags and other various fashion accessories now, to where I personally would consider them more of a designer brand. I know I'm going to get a lot of the hardcore Gillan fanboys getting mad at me in the comments. Of course, Gillan is known for their higher end fragrances that are, way more expensive than this. This comes in at like $30, and they have fragrances way more expensive. For me, I just think this fits in more in the designer realm. I mean, you can kind of look at it the way Tom Ford has their more niche or niche fragrances and then designer fragrances. Same thing with YSL, Dior, and so on. Ultimately, though, I'm considering this a designer. You think what you want. If you disagree with me, then you can make a video on top 10 niche fragrances that smell like designer fragrances, and you can put this in there just to get back at me. But Gillan Cologne, putting this one in there, really unique scent, nice freshy, somewhat fresh, but also works great in the cooler weather. Really nice scent here, something different, great quality, okay performance, and I mean the bottle, again, nothing really to write home about. The atomizer is nice. The cap clicks in there really good, and you have this like cool thing on the back, whatever that does for you. But L'Homme Ideal Cologne is also discontinued, so if you want this one, now's the time to do it. And yeah, it's really nice scent here, really nice quality. Definitely could fit into that niche category in terms of its creativity and just its quality. Moving up next here, we have Chanel Allure Homme Edition Blanche. I really like Edition Blanche, and I've done a review on this one. I've talked about this one. This one got hyped up for the longest time. I would see it talked about in everyone's summer lists and just everyone's summer videos in general. People talk about how this is a great, underrated summer fragrance, and for the longest time, I wasn't really buying it. I wasn't that interested in it just because, I have Chanel Allure Homme Sport. I have Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. I'm happy with both of those. I like both of those. Didn't really think you could do much more with that DNA, but this one really does. It takes, that type of DNA, adds more of a lemon approach to it. And there's some vanilla as well. Of course, you got this nice, sweet, somewhat powdery vibe. This, to me, kind of does go into that niche category a little bit, not only in terms of the impeccable quality that you get from a Chanel. All the Chanel fragrances that I've tried and that I've owned have been top-notch. The bottle itself is really nice as well. This is the 50 ml, so the atomizer and stuff is going to be smaller and everything. But my 5-ounce bottles that I have of the Chanel Allure Homme fragrances, the atomizers on those are almost too good, to the fact where even when you spray it on from like this distance, my neck will be like dripping because it sprays out so much. So really, really good quality here in terms of scent as well. I mean, nothing synthetic about it, nothing cheap about it, which you would hope for, considering you're gonna be paying over $100 for this. So yeah, it's kind of creeping into that niche price, but at the same time, it also has that niche quality, and also in terms of the creativity, it's very creative as well. I would say if you're a fan of the Chanel Allure Homme Sport fragrances, Chanel Allure Homme Sport, Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme, yeah, I would say this one should be up next for you. If you have those two and you like them, check this one out. This one's really unique. Probably more unique than the two I just mentioned, although I do wear the other two more than this one. I kind of forget I have this one sometimes, but very unique, very creative. Really like this one a lot. I can already see the hate coming for this one. Up next here we have Ultra Male. So I'm not afraid to do it. I'm not afraid to say it. I love this fragrance. I really do. There's something different about it. There's something unique about it that when I smell it, it just does it for me. It just is different. When I first smelled it for the first time, sure, I thought it was very feminine and kind of, or at least very unisex. But now that I've smelled it more and I've spent more time with it, it is something different about it. There's something creative about it. I love that pear, vanilla, cinnamon combination, some lavender in there as well, which you get from the original Le Male, which kind of makes sense. But really something different, really something unique, very sweet, very leaning unisex, not going to be for everyone, but definitely something different. The quality of it may come across a little bit screechy at times, but really what I'm looking at here with this one in particular is the creativity of the scent, and I do think it is creative. Typically with niche fragrances, they're going to be ones that not everyone is going to like, and that's kind of this fragrance right here. So you may agree with this one, you may not. I know for me this one is something different, something unique, and I personally really do like it. Really great stuff. And finally, last but not least, we have CH Men. So I've talked about this one enough to where I don't have to explain it. Nice grassy, leathery, sugary green fragrance. Definitely something different, definitely something unique. When I smelled this one for the first time, I was blown away, and I was kind of questioning why I waited so long to try it and pick up a bottle. Now I'm very, very glad I did. I wear this one a lot, especially in the fall. Got multiple bottles of it now just because I love it. Definitely something different with this scent, definitely something unique. Really nice in terms of quality, doesn't come across smelling cheap or anything like that. Performance leaves a little bit to be desired, which isn't the end of the world. And there are a lot of niche fragrances out there that don't perform really at all, so you can't knock it too much. So guys, that was it for this video. That were 8 designer fragrances that I think smell like niche fragrances in terms of creativity, in terms of quality, really just kind of all that stuff. I think that these could be bottled into, you know, a niche fragrance and be sold at more of a niche price, and I honestly think they would do really well. That's just my personal opinion. You may agree with some of these, you may disagree, so let me know down in the comments which designer fragrances you think smell like niche fragrances. That's going to be it for this video, guys. So if you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss when I post. And that's pretty much going to be it for this one, guys. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.